A very warm day outside by Minnesota standards, but then again, it is still summer. Either way, the AC is working just fine at U.S. Bank Stadium in the Twin Cities. It can certainly get loud inside this building, and just a few moments ago when the Vikings were introduced, it was downright shaking in here. They're set for football as the Vikings get ready to do battle with Aaron Rodgers and the Green Bay Packers. Now the first carry for Dalvin Cook. He'll wind up getting a yard on the game's first play. It's second down.
No doubt about it. A really nice job there by the defense, not allowing him to get to the perimeter. But that means your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys that you pay big money to sack the quarterback, they also have to have interest in the running game as well. And they did a nice job there holding the point of attack and not giving ground.
They get this one across the 35. So naturally they will decline it. They got the first down anyway on the play.
Who needs a penalty when you picked up the first down through hard work and effort anyway? First down.
Cook following the penalty. And that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up second down. They'll try to throw now. Cousins. That is caught. It's Tajay Sharp. Past the 20. 10. Touchdown. Vikings. Tajay Sharp. 65 yards. And the Vikings have taken a first quarter lead. Excellent start there. First drive of the season. Big-time success putting it in the end zone.
And remember, that was done without any real map of how to do it. In other words, the deeper you get into the season, you got game film to work off of, tendencies to work off of. The first drive of the season, things can be entirely different than what you've seen in the past. It's a really good job of execution by them.
And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24.
Here's take over first and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
Rodgers will break the huddle and bring the pack up first and 10 at their own 24. And he got blown up on that play. Back at the 20. It was Anthony Barr that time who got in there and made the play. Well, the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on second and 14. Now this one complete downfield on the left side. And he's brought down after a very nice gain. Good yardage after the catch. Is that play good for 30 and a first?
Oftentimes now offenses aren't nearly as precise as days gone by. They just tell receivers, find an open patch of grass and let the quarterback find you. And that's exactly what they did on that play. First with the pass through the air. Nice chunk of yardage there. And then additional pickup with his legs after the catch.
A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down.
Back at the 47-yard line.
Now on second and 13. Rodgers being chased out left. He's going to take off with it. And give him 10 that time as he was able to get away from the pressure and get a nice gain.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the third one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
A good chance this is 4-down territory if they're unable to convert. But right now looking at a 3rd and 3. Here's Rodgers. Able to find And this is going to turn into another first down as the tackle is made at the Vikings' 32-yard line. Rodgers teaming up with Lazard there for a Packer first down. First and 10, and they've got 3 tight ends out there. A jumbo package look. To throw is Rodgers. And he'll get this one down to about the 20-yard line. Back-to-back nice plays, 12 yards that time, and a first down.
I do believe we'll see a little bit more of this as this game progresses, because when you can have that type of a gain in the middle of the defense, it hurts them in so many ways, because most teams like to be strong down the middle. And if you can sting them...
Heavy rush, and down he goes. Say hello to Eric Kendricks. He gets the sack there. Protection certainly going to need to be a bit better here on 2nd and 16. To throw, it's Rodgers. And that's complete to Adams. And out of bounds right around the 20. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a third down. I don't think it's a surprise they're throwing the football early. We expected that. They told us they were going to come out firing, but 4 for 4 on the opening drive. They like that.
They don't just like it, they love it, because now everyone gets locked in. Your confidence jumps up. Everyone's easy about what they're doing out there. And by the way, they're looking at the sideline thinking to themselves and expressing, let's keep throwing it. We're doing pretty well.
Here comes the 8th play of the drive, and they need a full 10 yards on third down. Rodgers going to throw. Oh, trying to get that to Adams, but that's intercepted. Picked off at the 12. No doubt, a very disappointing end to what was a pretty strong opening drive.
They had 3 points in their back pocket. It was there for them. If you don't like what you see, just throw it away. Make sure you get those points on the board. Don't get too greedy. He forced it there. You saw the end result.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. Following the interception, Cousins setting up the screen for Cook. And he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3.
Brandon, you know, this is going to be discussed because this is the fear of all the backs when they run this type of a route. They've got to find the football, and sometimes they don't see the defender. And in this case, he took a pretty good shot for his efforts, but give him credit, able to hold on to the football.
That first down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7. It's intercepted. Kevin King with a pick. They take possession of the football and have it at their 36-yard line.
Well, timing is everything on a route like this. He tried to drive that football into a tight spot. And if you're a little early or a little late, chances are there's going to be someone there. And sure enough, this one's going the other way.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, it does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
3 tight ends in the ball game here on 1st and 10. Rodgers with a give. It's Aaron Jones. And he'll be tackled at the 23 after a gain of 3.
Aaron Jones, the ball carrier. Eric Kendricks in on the tackle. It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 23-yard line.
6-0 our score after 1.
With the score, Vikings 6. Packers nothing.
2nd and 6. No, scratch that. 2nd and 7. Rodgers now to throw. And he's going to go down. They sack him back right around the 30. Anthony Zettel popping in for the sack. Rodgers now, after the sack, he'll lead the pack up on 3rd and long. And that'll be intercepted by the Pro Bowl safety Harrison Smith. And a great return as he's up close to the 40-yard line.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And following the interception, we'll see what they can put together on this drive.
I hear my old college coach right now. He always used to tell us before every game, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. What they're hoping is that last mistake is their only one of the game.
Coaches, that's all they talk about, turnovers, right?
Minimizing those and maximizing opportunities.
Working with a 2nd and 4. Give to Cook out of the gun. And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
And it's pretty evident when you watch how Minnesota plays, just how important Dalvin Cook is to their offense. 1,000-yard rusher a year before, the first one the Vikings had since Adrian Peterson was dominating their carries. And having Cook in the lineup for the bulk of the season, that made Minnesota exactly what their head coach Mike Zimmer wanted them to be. A much more physical team that complemented their defense.
Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down.
No gain on the play.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
Now a 2nd down throw for Cousins. Incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
He did a fine job there of not hitting him before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
An incomplete pass on 2nd down. That muddles things a little bit here. This is 3rd and 10. Working out of the gun, Cousins. And that's caught by Smith. And this is going to result in another first down as the tackle's made at the Packers' 24-yard line. Excellent play there on 3rd down. Give them 25 yards.
1st and 10 at the 24-yard line.
Back to the ground, Cook. And he is brought down at the 22 after a gain of 2, and it brings up 2nd down.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground, but I think the play gets made by the defensive front because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
Gun.
On 2nd down now, it's Cook, and he's taken down after a gain of 3 as they move it from the 22 to the 19.
Down at the 19-yard line.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain considering the blitz that they just had against them.
Cousins now. That's incomplete, but there is a flag down, so hang on. A big call coming on 3rd down. So the pass incomplete in the end zone, but contact and pass interference.
And now where does the ball get placed?
At the 1-yard line.
1-yard line. They gave up excellent real estate on that one. That's going to work really, really well for the guys who threw it.
They'll run with Cook. And he'll get in. Touchdown, Minnesota. Taking it in from 4 yards out. And the Vikings find a way to stretch their lead. That almost looked too easy, and I think thanks goes to the offensive line for making it look easy.
Yeah, I agree with you totally on that one. I'm not sure how much everyone understands the preparations that go into a game for an offensive line, because there's a reason that running backs and quarterbacks give them big gifts at the end of the season after a big year. The consistency and the continuity it takes to know each other and execute their blocks is pretty impressive.
Taking it about the 1. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line.
At their own 23-yard line.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And it's been a miserable start for them offensively, obviously. 2 drives, 2 interceptions.
And this is where you have to know your quarterback and know how you actually have to reach him. Do you do it with a little bit of humor? Maybe you break the ice a little bit like, hey, didn't we practice in that colored jersey all week? That's the one that you're throwing it to? Or maybe you have to be stern with him. But whatever it's going to take to get the message, it has to be done. He's putting the game in jeopardy.
Ball at the 26, 2nd and 7. They'll run it with Jones. And flags come in as he gets forward for about 3 yards. Now let's check on the call. So on the big tight end, holding.
Each and every year, we talk about very few tight ends coming into the league that are polished blockers or asked to do it a lot in college. So it's a constant struggle and a constant fight to learn how to do it without holding.
Now they face a 2nd and long following the holding penalty. Throwing now is Rodgers. Got an open man. It's Valdez-Scantling. He'll get this one way up just shy of the 45-yard line. That one good for 26 and a first down.
And a Packer first down.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Rodgers. He's going to go deep for Funchess. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
Rodgers again here on 2nd and 10. Open on the left side. This is Valdez-Scantling.
Rodgers pass.
That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there. 2nd down pass play got them 8 yards. Now they've got a 3rd and a couple remaining. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. 1:57 to go in this first half on EA Sports. We remind you that coming up in 2 minutes, we'll again head down to visit with Jonathan Coachman in Orlando, back for another year. He'll have scores from around the NFL here on this opening weekend. Rodgers now on 1st down. Looking deep for Adams. Got a man open. It's Adams. Touchdown, Green Bay.
Touchdown.
Davante Adams. 37 yards. And the Packers are back within a score. And that'll make it 13-7.
Makes the score Vikings 13, Packers 7.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
The Vikings take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. And that last drive was very, very balanced, pretty methodical. You think they go that route again?
I'm always of the school that until they stop me from doing something, I'm going to continue. And I think that that's exactly what they'll look to do. But the beauty is the balance that they've created sets up opportunities for big plays. Looks like a run, turn into a play action, and throw one deep.
A first down throw for Cousins. Now they go screen. It's complete. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. It's a gain of 11 as the Vikings pick up the first. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Got the defense on their heels. 2 first downs in a row, and now a pickup of 8.
At the 41. 8 yards on the pickup. Brings up second.
From the 41, Cousins. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, third down.
Brings up.
Normally you think the tight end's going to be able to catch the football and handle that contact, but in this case, maybe a little too much target to hit. That one was timed well, incomplete.
So 3rd and 2, this quite possibly 4-down territory, though, if they're stopped. They'll run it. Here's Cook. And he's got the first, but we also have a flag on the field. And they're already walking backwards. You can see this quite a bit on running plays when the guy's out wide. A lot of times it doesn't get caught.
You're exactly right, because it's away from the play usually, so a lot of it goes undetected, but I know this will surprise you. I coach some receivers in the offseason. We work a lot on hand placement.
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Darnell Savage, and he's just across midfield and down at the 49-yard line.
The good old cover 3 defense, partner. When you start playing football as a safety, that's the first thing you're taught. Middle of the field, be as deep as the deepest receiver in any zone, and break on the football when it's thrown, and pick it up, just as we saw there.
The Packers going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 26 seconds to go until halftime.
It's now
following the pickup of 4. Here's 2nd and 6. Working from the gun. Rodgers looking deep for Adams. That's going to be caught. Touchdown, Packers. Devontae Adams. As the first half is winding down, and the Packers have drawn even here with the extra point to come. And this puts them on top by a penny. It's 14-13.
Packers 14, Vikings 13.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. Takes this about 5 yards deep. Down on the field. And they might be backing up a bit here to start the drive. That holding call set them up with not great field position.
Not at all when you tack on the penalty. With that field position after the return wasn't terrific, it's not a great starting field position as well.
Cousins on first down. Incomplete with a clock down now to 13 seconds. Tight end Irv Smith, the intended receiver, but it'll be 2nd down. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Not wanting to take a chance this time, they'll keep it on the ground. And he'll push forward here for a good little run as the clock continues to run. And now they'll take a timeout defensively. After the 2nd down play, they burn the timeout, making him sweat out the final few ticks here in the 2nd quarter. Cousins from the gun on 3rd. Open man is Thielen. It's complete. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. And they line up now for what will likely be the last play of the first half. From the gun, it's a give to Cook. And he's going to be taken down here as that will lead us to the end of the first half of play. So we've reached halftime here on opening weekend. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, we'll see if Week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. And he doesn't even get this to the 10. He's taken down at the 9.
First and 10 at their own 9-yard line.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency.
Well, this is taken in. It's complete. 30. 10. Touchdown, Packers. Davante Adams with now 3 Week 1 touchdowns. And the Packers are able to stretch that lead out further. Well, they were back in the shadows of their own goalpost, and that flipped quickly.
So much for playing it safe. I mean, a conservative, easy call, run the football, take care of it, create some space, punt the ball away. But no, let's throw it. And sometimes a defense's aggressiveness is used against them because when you've got people backed up, your natural inclination is to try and really force them back, and sometimes they get burned that way.
And they got burned there. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Cost him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20.
At their own 20-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things work well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up first and 10. Cousins gives way to Cook. They're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done.
Something to watch here in week 1 of the season, tackling. Because you and I both know that in the preseason, a lot of these guys don't play a whole lot. Plus the intensity and the speed really ratchets up on opening week.
And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far. It's second down. Second and 10. They go play action. Cousins. And Thielman's got it. Touchdown, Vikings. Adam Thielen there to make the grab. And the Vikings are within a 2-point conversion of tying this game. And that touchdown drive happened very, very quickly. You knew that they had the quick strike ability. They showed it.
And for a defense that understands that, it still drives them crazy when it actually happens to them. Fast and furious. There came the points.
From the gun, here's Cousins. And he's got it. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line.
The score, Packers 21. Vikings.
So the lead shaved to 2 now as the kickoff is away. That'll be taken about a yard deep. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
At their own 23-yard line.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And following that long touchdown pass, a 1-play drive last time, to see if the defense, you know they're ready. They don't want that to happen again.
And you would have thought they would have been ready the last time. That's what you work on all the time. Make sure that no one gets behind you. That's the cardinal sin of defense, not giving up the long pass. They did. Let's see how they adjust.
The big play to start him out has him at the 45 already. Shotgun now for Rodgers. Looking deep for Adams. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. The Pro Bowl wideout Devontae Adams, his intended receiver. And it's second down. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Off the play fake to Jones. Here's Rodgers. And this one taken in on the right sideline, but not in the field of play. They say it's incomplete. The throw led him a little too far. It brings up 3rd down. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
And the blitz does come. Looking deep for Adams. And that is incomplete.
And that's a really good job there defensively. They went into this possession knowing that they needed to get a stop. They're in a tight ball game, and they got it done. Great work to force the 3 and out. Got the football right back for their offense. They've got to go to the sidelines feeling pretty good about themselves and encouraging their offensive mates to get some points.
Is the punt team now as this one's sent away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken at about the 18-yard line. They'll call that a 33-yard punt with no return. And the Vikings will take over here 1st and 10. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. 1st down. Here's Cousins. He will find the rookie from LSU. That's Justin Jefferson. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. 16 yards right off the bat and a 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 33-yard line.
Cousins now to throw on 1st down. And this is going to be caught. He won the fight for the football. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another 1st down.
10 at the 43-yard line.
1st down, here's the run with Cook. And he'll be brought down at about the 42.
33.
The 1st-round pick, Jair Alexander, making the tackle.
At the 42-yard line. 1-yard gain. Brings up 2nd and 9.
On 2nd and 9, Cousins. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
As his old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out hot. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
The line to gain is the 33 on 3rd down. From the shotgun, it's Cousins. Interception thrown by Cousins. Adrian Amos with a pick. And his guys are going to get the football at the 37-yard line. Rodgers will bring the pack up with a 1st and 10 at their own 37. And he'll begin the drive with a give to Jones. And he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3. In the 1st half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
And they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
Now on the run, he'll throw it back deep over the middle. And that'll be intercepted by the Pro Bowl safety, Harrison Smith. I know it appeared he was saying, hey, give me the football, I'm open, but I don't know if that's a pass that he should have thrown there.
Well, I don't think we've ever met a wide receiver that doesn't think he is open or is about to be open.
True.
So when you throw your hand up in the air and tell your quarterback, hey, I'm available, he's trusting that you are. In this case, he was not, and it turned into disaster for them.
And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage.
On the tackle.
Preston Smith there on the stop. They've called his number a lot this afternoon. You wonder how much tread is left on those tires.
We certainly do, but I always think back to one of my favorite coaches in the NFL, and he used to have a meeting with his running backs every year in the offseason and say, look, as many times as you're going to carry the ball, you should be able to carry it one more time, so make sure you get in shape.
Now this one to his running back out of the backfield. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 16 yards, a 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 48-yard line.
Another tote for the workhorse this afternoon. It's Cook. And this will be taken across midfield and into Green Bay territory. Brought down that time by Christian Kirksey.
That's a really nice, tough run inside, and they gained 5 yards on it. And to be frank about it, most offenses don't expect to get 5 yards on a play call like that. So when they do, they go back to their huddle with a little pep in their steps. They're starting to think that they're starting to dominate the line of scrimmage.
They run it again with Cook. And they'll get this just to the 47. 1-yard gain.
The ball carrier.
Absolutely love the effort there. The ability to flow from his inside spot and stop that one at the line of scrimmage. Nice linebacker play.
Cousins to throw it. Almost intercepted it. They're just forcing it into too many tough spots. That was almost a 4th pick of the game. And now 4th down.
Defensively.
Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. Doug Patterson keeping the offense on the field. They're going on 4th down. Cousins. That one into the hands of Thielen, complete. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. 21 yards there. Big play on 4th down.
Vikings. 1st and 10 at the 26-yard line.
So a moment to catch our collective breath after the 4th down conversion. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Just week 1, but already plenty of intrigue with the games going on, and this one no different as we come up on a 1st and 10. They'll run on 1st down. Cook. And down inside the 15 he goes. Another strong gain on the last 2 plays. They've moved it a combined 33 yards.
Another carry for their leader and a good one. It's crunch time. They'll need him to continue to be productive in both the run and passing game in order for them to try and snatch a victory.
Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. They run again on 1st down. Cook. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. Josh Jackson, the former Iowa Hawkeye, made the play defensively. Here's 2nd and 10.
15-yard line.
Here's Cousins. And that one almost intercepted. Far too loose with the football here. Nearly a 4th pick. And it's 3rd down.
3rd down. And
from the snap, he certainly looked like he knew where he wanted to go with the ball, but surprise, that guy was covered. So that took his attention elsewhere to no avail.
They had the incomplete pass on 2nd down. Now they need a big play here. 3rd and 10. And they're going to drop him well shy of the 1st as he can only make it to the 11. Call it a gain of 3, and it'll bring up 4th down. Have to kick this field goal, don't you?
No question about it. Look at the clock. Look at the situation. Kick the field goal.
Bailey's kick is good. And with that, they have taken the lead by a point here in the 4th. So the drive here ends with a field goal. It does give them the lead, but this one's still certainly a long ways from over.
It definitely puts a lot of pressure on your defense to hold the lead, right? They're happy to have it and happy to be out there trying to do so. But I know as a former player, in the back of their mind, they're thinking, why don't you score the touchdown and seal this thing?
19-yard
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And they really need to forget about their last time out, the turnover that led to a field goal. So now they try to regroup, trailing in the final. He's got him in, complete. And all the way down to the 35. A big play there, Rodgers to Adams for 46 yards. So that changes things a bit. Here's a 1st and 10 all the way down at the 35. From the shotgun to give to Jones. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
Well, I think after that run, the defense is getting back in the huddle and looking at each other and maybe starting to question their confidence a bit. They gave up a significant run, 6 yards, and now you're saying to yourself, how do we stop them? And do I have enough confidence to make a play?
Four yards remain for 2nd down. He didn't even try to signal for a timeout, so they must have not been aware of the numbers.
I think he lost track of the time left in the play clock and probably was trying to read the defense and trying to figure out which play to run and just lost track, and it cost him.
Following the delay, here's 2nd and 9. Shotgun now for Rodgers. And that's complete to Adams. It'll be a gain of 8 yards, and that'll make it 3rd and 1. Here we go, 3rd and 1. Gut check time on both sides. And he will have the 1st down across the 20 to the 19-yard line. 6 yards there. 1st down, Green Bay.
So many times someone's success is the product of a lot of things coming together really well. And for Aaron Jones in 2019, it all came together for him. He stayed healthy, was on the field for all 16 games, got handed the ball 100 more times last year, and as an end result, broke 1,000 yards in a season rushing for the first time in his career.
A good-looking drive for the Packers so far. It's a 1st down. Only the Titans converted more red zone opportunities into touchdowns than the Packers last year, and they've got an opportunity here, 1st and goal. And they'll get this from the 8 to the 5. Pickup of 3.
The tackle made.
And Brad, they went to a nickel defense, and that's a surprise this close to the goal line, because ordinarily you use the back end of the end zone, the sidelines as extra defenders, and you want bigger people on the field to try and help against the run.
And not a whole lot there. He does get a couple, taking it from the 5 down to the 3.
The tackle made at the
2 straight shots on the ground. Now on 3rd, do you go to the air?
I think the possibility exists, and if you're doing it, you're probably going play action since you ran it twice. But I often think that 2nd down is the time you go play action and throw the ball. I say commit to the run and think about it being 4-down territory.
So it's Packer football here as we welcome you back. They face a critical 3rd and goal now in a 1-score game. A quick toss out right. And he will get this into the end zone. Touchdown, Green Bay.
touchdown, Green Bay.
From 3 yards out. And once again, the Packers, they're back out in front.
Wow, I know it's a never-say-never situation, but to me, that looks like that's the one that's going to finish them off.
The score that puts them in front here late, but now you got to rally your kick team, don't you, and say the last thing we need is a big return.
And what happens is guys get overeager, get out of their lane because they're so excited they want to make the last tackle. You mess up, could come back at you a long way.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Taken in the end zone. And Abdullah will not try to bring it out.
First and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. Their drive last time, it stalled out. They were forced to take the short field goal.
And the key phrase, you nailed it, forced to, because you know coaches look at these short field goals as a last resort, right? To them, That's not how drives are supposed to end. You're supposed to put 6 on the board. That's a consolation prize. Like going to the county fair, you don't get a big stuffed animal on that one, do you?
No, you don't go top shelf. That's bottom shelf material. The catch and run, good for 18 and a first down. On first down, Cook. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Vanderbilt's own Oren Burks had the tackle defensively.
Brings up 2nd and 10. At the 40.
Here's a throw that's taken in by Tajay Sharp. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. Give him 14 on that one and a first down.
1st and 10 at the 43-yard.
They'll run on first down. It's Cook. And he's going to get this down near the 30-yard line. Now the Vikings will use the second of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in the fourth. The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10. He's back to throw. And he can't hang on to it. That would have sealed it. Instead, 2nd down.
Incomplete.
Ball in the 30 as they come up 2nd and 10.
30-yard line.
Here's Cousins. And the crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked up by Darnell Savage. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
1st and 10.
I tell you, Brandon, it seems like this guy's been all over the field so far. That's his 2nd interception of the game. And so much of playing defense in the NFL, especially when it comes to defending the pass, is all about positioning and technique. And this is fantastic work on both fronts there.
And he couldn't hang on. Would have been their 4th pick of the game. Instead, 2nd down.
Incomplete.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes. But the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Rodgers looking to throw. And this is taken in one-handed. What a catch. 19 yards the pickup there. Move the chains.
19 yards.
What a catch and one-handed, and I'm starting to lose my awe about the play, and maybe I shouldn't. How much of this is the player? How much of it is the glove?
Well, those gloves, they do have a little grip to them,
They
don't
get
they?
a little extra tackiness to them now, and I know the guys in the NFL, the competition committee, some other places, they're talking about examining those gloves to see if they're having too much of an effect on the game.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. And the play clock is going to run out here. They're in no hurry to get a play off. He didn't seem in a rush. I guess they just didn't know where the play clock was.
I think you're right about that because there was no hurried movements there, right? No up-tempo at all. Clock just ran out. I think he was as surprised as maybe his bench was.
The delay of game backs him up 5, 1st and 15. To throw is Rodgers. Eluding the pressure right. It's caught here by Adams. And finally he is out of bounds, but not before taking it down near the 15. A big pickup there, and without question, that should be more than enough to wrap this one up. So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. This thrown quickly out to Jones. Into the 2-yard line there before crossing over out of bounds. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first.
The 2-yard line.
Only the Titans converted more red zone opportunities into touchdowns than the Packers last year, and they've got an opportunity here, first and goal. And it's caught.
Today's final score, Packers 20.